Good morning, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there watching. We are back in Williamsburg for another Busch Gardens vlog. We drove 4.5 hours to be here today, and we are not leaving until we have done all things Darkoaster. We are here for member previews of Busch Gardens' newest roller coaster, and we're gonna show you a sneak peek of what you can expect from this attraction and all its commodities when it opens to the public on May 19th. I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And we do things like this. So unlike previous member previews of new rides here at Busch Gardens, the Darkoaster is one ride per member. We're not entirely sure for the reasoning behind that yet, but I'm betting we'll have a better idea once we get inside. Capacity might be a little more limited. So we had to pick up a member voucher, this little card here, from guest services when we showed up, along with all our other monthly member rewards. Let's make this one ride count. Now, the more eagle-eyed among you may have noticed already that we did stop in and pick up some Darkoaster merch. But for those of you who can't be in the park to grab this merch for yourselves and want to know what's going to be available when you next show up, we're going to start our tour here at the Emporium in England to show you what Darkoaster has brought to this area. First and foremost, although opening day is technically May 19th, we will not be here for that because we have other travel plans. You can get an opening day Darkoaster t-shirt here. I've only seen blue so far, so if you're not a fan of that color, you're out of luck. But you're in luck for a whole lot of other stuff. Here's the official Darkoaster hat. We have Darkoaster mugs down here, which all look pretty great. These, I believe, are magnets. I was correct, they are magnets. Here is the official Darkoaster chrome sticker, good for water bottles if you're a Katie type sticker collector. And here's a water bottle to put your sticker on. Pretty sweet, actually. I really like the lightning motif for Darkoaster. It's all over everything, and I'm here for it. This is the Darkoaster member shirt, which you may have seen before. It is a fantastic design, just the basic purple lightning storm in the background and the Darkoaster logo. But between that and the hat, you got yourself a pretty great outfit. Members can also pick up a Darkoaster member hat in that same kind of color palette as the opening day shirt. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I could see where someone else might be. We've also got this really sweet Darkoaster member collector coin card. It's a coin, it's also got the card as the backdrop. So if you were wondering what a coin card was, that's what it is. I'm also just noticing that if you flip the coin card, you actually have a listing of all the stats of the coaster too, so that's pretty cool, especially if you're a coaster enthusiast. If the coin card's not quite big enough for you, you can also get a coin canvas. This is a framed print of the Darkoaster art, which genuinely looks awesome to me. I'm considering this, even though I don't have a place for it. Maybe I will someday. The coin is right in there. You can see it's the exact same coin that comes in the coin card. So if all you want is the coin, you could probably do yourself a favor by going with the smaller model. In this basket here, we have Darkoaster lanyards. Very simple, just like everything else. Busch Gardens on one side, Darkoaster on the other, with lightning as your backdrop. But sometimes the simple elegance is the best. To match your Darkoaster lanyard, you can also get a Darkoaster card holder to go at the tail end of your lanyard. Pretty basic. We have one for Iron Gwazi that we've been walking around with for the past couple of years, so it might be time for an upgrade. And it wouldn't be Busch Gardens if they didn't have pins for their new rides. This is the Darkoaster 2023 hard hat, which matches all of the member merch. If you're interested in that color palette, again, I am not. This is more my speed. This is the official Darkoaster logo on a pin. And this is the one we will be taking home. The gates have opened and we're off to Germany. There's two ways to get to Germany from the front. You can either go straight through the Virginia area and on down past Loch Ness Monster. Then you have to go up Heart Attack Hill, as the locals call it. But that option's not open to us right now because the park only just opened and crowd control is in full effect until it opens in full swing. We're going all the way around Pompeii here, past Italy, and up into the main Germany area where you'll find Verbolten. Speaking of Italy though, two things have changed since the last time we were here at Busch Gardens. One, the park has gone cashless, which is a pretty big deal. You can bring cash and exchange it for credit at the front of the park, but all throughout the park it's going to be credit. The second thing, and the thing I wanted to touch on, was that Pantheon has now been added to the single-use quick queue. So, if you're a Platinum member and you come for the day and all you want to do is get on one ride and go home, Pantheon can be that ride. You can use your single-use quick queue to get on Pantheon now. It's also food and wine season hereabouts, so all throughout the park you'll see these little booths popping up. These booths do not open until 11:30, but once they do, you can come and purchase tasting cards to grab various snacks and beverages throughout the day. I believe that this festival goes on through the end of June. So when the Darkoaster opens on May 19th, if you make it up within the first, I would say, month and a half, you should still be able to partake. I also just want to throw out there really quickly, it is 10:15 in the morning here. It's a Sunday, but the park opened at 10, so we're only 15 minutes in. We lined up outside the gate at 9:15 thinking, hey, they might let us in early, and they did. Right now, the park is virtually empty. Empty. For a Sunday, that's great. I would say definitely get here as early as you can. You never know. They might let you in a little bit early. And although this may not be the tallest or the fastest ride in the park, it is a roller coaster, and that means lockers for everyone. No loose articles on the ride. Fortunately, they set up a whole locker bank right out here outside the husk. All right, so here is the rub. There is no filming allowed during these member-exclusive ride times. So up until the 14th, at least, we know you're not gonna be able to film on these things. We've also been informed it's pretty dark in there, and the POVs may not turn out great either way. Sorry, we will not be able to take you along for the actual ride. We will pick up as soon as we're off the ride and tell you what we thought. Boop. In we go. Time to escape the storm. Back in a tick. Phenomenal addition to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. There have been some critiques and some criticisms of the ride for as long as it's taken, how it's not quite as thrilling as it could be. But I think it's pretty thrilling for what it is. It's designed to be a family coaster. It's a straddle coaster, world's first all-indoor straddle coaster, I believe. So it's a record-breaking coaster. It's fun, it's cool, it's a nice break from the heat if it's a hot day, and it's very, very, very well themed.
It feels faster than you think it's gonna be. Very smooth. I'm sure it'll wear down over the years, but I do think it's fun. It's got great music and great effects. I liked that there were some practical effects and it wasn't just relying on, like, you know, screen gimmicks. Definitely some screen gimmicks.
There are some screens, yes, but it's fog, it's lightning, it's all kinds of different things.
I actually got by a couple of the, like, kind of jump moments, kind of jump scare moments. Yeah, so I'm a fan.
Intamin indoor LSM launches, 4 in total. 2 are the same launches it runs around the track twice. So 2 of the launches are repeated for a total of 4 launches. It does feel a lot faster than it probably is because you can't see where you're going, what you're gonna do next, and you just get launched into darkness. But it's pretty cool. It's a phenomenal ride. I really liked it. I see where coaster enthusiasts might not like it as much as other rides in the park, but I will say it's a must-do for us, and we're looking forward to many more rides in the future. I think we also saw pretty quickly why it was that members are only getting 1 ride per member on this new attraction. The loading capacity is a little bit slower because there can only be 1 train on the track at any given time. Can't launch multiple trains because you're using the same track twice. It's also a little bit slower to load because it is a straddle coaster, so similar to Tron at Magic Kingdom, which we just experienced for the first time, you can tell that people are getting a little bit tripped up about how to load, so they need a little extra assistance here and there. It's still a very, very good ride, but the loading capacity is a little bit slower, so it makes sense that they don't want to overwhelm it with members doing as many rides as they want all weekend. Having said that, I'm glad we got the 1 ride in. I think it was worth doing front row. I don't think there was any real difference between front row, back row, and mid train. So
I think it'll be an any row ride.
If you're a front row person, do front row. If you're a back row person, do back row. If you're a mid train person, you just take whatever row they give you. Everyone's happy. And speaking of fun times, check out the additional merch we found at Darkoaster Gifts, the official merch depot right outside the ride exit, because you know you're always going to exit through the gift shop. We have this awesome This is not a Spirit jersey. It looks the part, but it's actually like athletic fabric. So it's got the Darkoaster gold brand on top, and then the lightning. It's actually very soft. I like it. Down here, we have, I would say, probably more geared towards women, but yeah.
Anyone can wear it.
I think it's more of a women's shirt, but it's
right now.
Yeah, it's tie-dye. That's what it is.
Tie-dye's for everyone.
That Easter palette in the background, not quite as intense as the rest of the Darkoaster merch, but it does have the official logo and the official print. This is also where you want to be if you're a shot glass collector, because they do have the official Darkoaster shot glass in here. This is not the kind of shot I take, though. I typically do buy shot glasses, but this would be this would be a dark shot. The majority of what's over here on this side we have seen before at the Emporium, except for this small child-size shirt down here. This is just the Darkoaster logo with the purple cloud backdrop. Nothing super special, except that it is obviously designed for the child-size rider. We've only got extra small and extra small as near as we can tell. So obviously targeting a younger audience, and since it's a family coaster, the younger audience can ride. I would also be remiss if I didn't point out that you could also get the limited edition member pins for Darkoaster here. This is the only place so far that we've seen them, and there's only a limited quantity. And if the world's first all-indoor straddle coaster isn't your thing, but maybe drinking is, then you're in luck. Right across the way from Darkoaster is BarKastle Spirits, where you can get as many as 4 different cocktails, one of which is Darkoaster branded. And that's the one we're going to try. We have a crisis here because we've ordered a drink we don't know how to pronounce. Any Germans in the audience? Mixgetränk? Mixgetränk. Okay, so what we have here is the Mixgetränk.
The DarKastle Mixgetränk.
Did we ever decide on how it was actually?
I don't know how to say it. I think it means mixed drink. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, or it's just a play on words to sound like mixed drink, like if you say it really fast. Mixgetränk.
And
It's vodka,
white peach, and lavender.
and you can definitely see the lavender tint to it.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's give it a shot.
This was around $13 with the pass holder discount.
It'll run you a little over 14 without it.
You don't look thrilled.
I'm not. I was hoping it would be more like the Iron Gwazi.
That was good, yeah.
That was really good, but that had gin in it, so maybe...
Maybe not as much vodka people as gin people.
No, it's the flavor. There's like a fake candy flavor. I'm curious to see what you think about it.
Okay.
I think it might be a one and done for me, but I would try the other ones, maybe just not today.
There are more drinks than just this one, but this was the official one,
Yeah.
so that's the one we wanted to try.
It's very pretty. It's fun to like get and take pictures with in front of the castle, so I'm glad we did it. I won't be going back for this one, probably.
Fair enough. But
please
other
try
people,
it.
yeah,
You may
other
love
people
it.
might love it.
Yep. I always don't take my review as gospel.
I mean, we'll see what I think. Maybe I'll love it.
Yeah.
It does kind of have like a grape soda consistency to it. This is not how I would think a specialty cocktail would look. But that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily gonna hate it. That just means it's not how I thought it would look. Huh. I actually don't hate this. I don't taste what you were tasting with like the grape.
I might just be more sensitive.
I actually taste a lot more of the white peach in this than I do the vodka or the lavender. This is...
I think it's like the peach is like, it's tasting fakey to me on my tongue, but maybe I'm just got a different palate.
Everyone's palate's a little bit different. If you learn one thing from the theme park foodies, it's that.
Yep.
I like Papa John's pizza. No one else does. Not for nothing, but right across from Darkoaster at Marktplatz, whatever it is, this little shop, you have Curse of DarKastle vintage shirts. Well, not vintage, but you know, the vintage logo reprinted on a new shirt. These are also in Darkoaster gifts, but I couldn't get a good shot of them. There are in excess here, if you can't find them over there. There's this one as well. This does not have a back. We already flipped it around. The dark side has arrived. I truly wish we'd gotten a chance to go on this ride before it closed. But I like Darkoaster just fine. Switching to the GoPro here very briefly, because before we wrap this thing up for the day, we do have a single-use quick queue that we still have yet to use. And this one, we can take you on. Good times. Coaster hair don't care. Alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and pack it in. We still have a little bit of park day left. We are gonna try some food and wine items, but that's just gonna be for us. Mostly the reason we came out here today was to do the Darkoaster and everything that came with the Darkoaster. We looked at some merch. We had an okay cocktail for one of us, and excellent for the other of us. And we had an awesome ride on Busch Gardens' brand new roller coaster. Brand new coaster credit for us. Woo. Always thankful for that. Even if it had been a bad ride, we would have been excited to get the credit. But I thought it was pretty good. I truly did. We are excited to come back and experience it again. Hopefully, as the ride loses some of its shine, they may allow cameras on the way they do at the rest of the park with the appropriate harness. Until then, I'm happy just to have ridden. Always happy to get that extra coaster credit. Until next time, guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And every day
is a new adventure.
We'll be escaping the storm again soon. Bye!